I'm choosing these colors for the card. You'll need a stamp pad and also some glue. Pencil, eraser, scissors. For the Halloween card that you just saw, we're using the Diamond Press Hidden Message Kit and also the Diamond Press Halloween gift bag and stamp die set. I cut out 2 of the rotating rings in white and then did 3 extra of just the end part here. And I'll show you well, you can see the ghosts that we did with them. And then the anchor, did 1 in white. That's one of the accent pieces, and I did that in purple. Did the inside circle, this one here in yellow. Did the banner in orange. The ring, I did 3 of them in green. And then the shutter part, I did 5 of those in the blue. From the Halloween gift bag set, I did a bunch of little orange pumpkins, a couple of the ghosts, 2 of the fences in black, 1 of the witches, you can't really see her, 1 of the witches, a little spider, and the word boo. Step is to take the 2 rotating rings, glue them together, take these little guys and trim off those excess pieces, so you just have the ghost head shape. The little banner you want to fold on those scoring lines, you can see them right there, and stamp it. And these guys are the shutter part, and you want to fold these right in here and there. And you'll fold them like so. That way for that piece, that way for that piece. Make sure they're going the same way, and they'll be inserted into this rotating ring. Gluing trick I use, I take one of the Diamond Press new folders, insert my piece that I'm gluing, close it in there, and then put a weight on it, which the machine works perfect. And then I let it sit and dry. So they're inserted, they'll look like this, and then you flip this over top of each other, and then these little tabs are going to get folded and inserted in the next piece. So I got them all through. Now, I'm going to leave those sewing clips on there until I've done the next step, which is turning those other little tabs up right here. So the next step is to put this piece over top, and these little tabs that are underneath my clips right now will go in there and make sure it's on the right side like so. So this tab is here, and this one is there. So I'm going to insert all these. I'm going to leave those clips on, and I'm going to take them off as I do them. Okay, so this piece is now on. I still have the clips on there to hold them in place because they just shift everywhere. So then what you want to do is take this ring, and you're going to take these little tabs here and glue them. So we're going to lift this up, and I'm going to put the clips back because these things move everywhere. All right, I'm going to double check on the back, make sure that they're okay. They are. So take the clips off, get this all lined up. Place the glue on there. Don't get it right in the joint there. You want to just get it on the ends. Otherwise you will screw up the mechanism. Okay, you're going to get that all lined up. Fold those over. And as you can see, they pop up and drive you crazy. So I will take my folder with my new glue trick. Make sure that's lined up. Put that down. Put the machine back on top for the weight, and it'll be dry. In a few minutes, this one should be pretty much dry. We're going to check on the mechanism, make sure it's working. It is. And as you can see, when you do that, these guys move. So see how that was bending? So you want to make sure you have that open. Those are all laying flat. We're going to place some glue in between the blue ones. Do not get the glue on the mechanisms. I'm going to try and get it right up to the edge. You don't want to over glue, because if it spreads out and touches these blue guys, it won't work. Okay, so we're going to put that there. Line it up again. Put it back in my folder. Make sure that's lined up nice. Whoops. Helps to have the whole thing in the folder. Okay, then let it dry. A few minutes again, so this should be dry, which is, it's working great. Okay, so I've taken a piece of 8.5 by 11 and done a half fold card. So I'm going to be doing it, that this is going to line up here, and then it's going to have the fences and the pumpkins and all the designs. So now what you got to do is close this, and you want to have it so that that will be the ghost face. And then we're going to have the other little ghost. There's a little white thing showing there. So now if I had it to do again, I'd do it all in one color. Well, I guess I couldn't do that because that's white. Never mind. I take that back. Okay, so to help that cover up a bit, I'm going to put the ghost there. And then another ghost will go there. So you want to make sure when you put it on the card that this is the right direction, which is what that is. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this with the spider web. And I've got a scrap piece of paper to just experiment and make sure. Oh my gosh, what a mess. I've got pumpkins everywhere. Okay. Crafters are never known for their neatness. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that and just do a practice, make sure. And that looks pretty good. So before I screw up my entire mechanism. Okay, so do that again. And this is why you need the extra green piece. Okay, so I'm going to put that one there and do it like so. Ah, damn, I did mess that up. This is where you're able to fix it there. Okay, that's why those stamping platforms come in handy. Okay, so you can either leave it so that it's got the little marks there, or cover that up and do it like that. But actually, I kind of like it with those little marks there. In fact, I'm going to get a felt pen and exaggerate those a little more. I forgot that I made the purple piece to go over top, which I really do like that. So I'm going to touch up this little bit where I screwed it up with the stamp. I'll just fix that with a felt pen, and I'm going to glue this piece on and put it in my folder with the weight on top, and I'll be back for the spider web to dry with the purple piece. I'm going to line this one up. This is the banner piece. It's folded and ready to go. So I'm going to line it up and stamp it with Sending You. Okay, I've got this piece stamped. I'm ready to go. The next piece will be the little arrow on this one. And you want to make sure it's pointing in the right direction. So I'll stamp that. And oh, that turned out cute. Put the little spider on there. It'll look adorable. Make sure you don't do that until the ink is dry. I decided with the stamping skills I have, which are not very good. I'm just going to hand draw these, so I actually hand drew the arrow rather than using the stamp. I was worried I might ruin it. Okay, so there's your other little ghost heads. And you'll want to position these where you would like to have them. Don't get them in the way of this guy. And then just trim off any excess that you have on the back and just glue those down. There, see, I've got the little ghosts peeking over the edge. Okay, my ghost should be dry. Right, there it is. Okay, now when you do the card, I'm going to have the other little ghosts peeking over the edge. Like this, with the word boo. So it'll be sending you a special Halloween boo with the ghost. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to hand write that on there because there's no stamp for that. So I've got that on there. So it'll go on there, sending you a special Halloween, and then the boo will be in there with the little guy hiding over the edge. Now, I did a 8.5 by 11 card, and I started lining everything up. Make sure you've got it the right way open. And by the time I was done with it, I did decide that I think I want to cut maybe an inch and a half off the bottom here. It just didn't look quite, I didn't like the effect of it. I wanted it more square. So I'll do that, and then I'll show you for the fun part. You just start arranging your pieces how you'd like to see them on the card. Close that back up again. The fence will be down here. My spider, the ghosts. You guys get the idea. And go ahead and have some fun. I'm going to do that. And layer my pumpkins. Figure out my design. And then go from there. Oh, and I'm going to open this up and just do a pencil line in there so that I can take that off and put the boo and line up my little ghost so that it'll be in there. It'll just be easier. Figured out where this is going to go on my paper. Laid it down, drew a circle around it, and opted to draw my own boo in there. So this is what is done in pencil, and I'm going to fill this in a black felt pen, and that will be the message. It just didn't look quite right, the orange one I'd cut out, so there, that'll look cute. Boo! I just hope that didn't scare you. For the fun part, you get to design the card. So I want to make sure that that's seen in there, which we'll put that about there. So I need to move it over just a touch. Oh, right there. Okay, so just, okay, glue that in place, and then go ahead and put the rest of your card together. Have some fun, and I'll show you my end result, which you saw at the beginning of the video, but you can see the end. Here's the end result, and I just used a felt pen to highlight along the seams there, just to add a little more depth. I did some of the green in behind the fence, just because I can. And then I also went around this part of the wheel and sort of did it with some green. Anyway, there's the end effect. I have a lot of little tiny pumpkins left, so I'm going to use those. I'll highlight those as well and then put them on the inside of the card. So anyway, there's your, okay, ready? I don't want to scare you guys, but you ready? Sending you a special Halloween boo. Okay, that just makes me smile every time I do that. Stay safe, everybody. It's a year we're not going to forget.